Okay, hi everyone, Nic here. So today's been a really exciting day. I've been here for 2 weeks and I got to do something today that has been a kind of wish list of mine for a few years. Everyone that's been watching this channel knows that I'm a bit of a yoga geek, a yoga freak. And today I got to practice some the Shatkarma practice. Is that what you say?
Shatkarma.
Shatkarma. So I'm going to bring in Gyanmitra, and he's been my teacher since I got here. He's here at the Swan Foundation in Goa, where I'm here on the 28-day Panchakarma, and giving you an inside kind of peek into what it's like to do this Ayurvedic cleanse. So, Gyanmitra, maybe you could talk a little bit about what Shatkarma is and some of the practices that
First correction that it's not Ayurveda cleanse, it's a yogic cleanse.
Yogic cleanse.
It's yogic cleanse, and this Shatkarma practices, they are part of Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga in totality comprises of asana, pranayama, mudra, bandha, and Shatkarmas. So asana, pranayama, mudra and bandha, more or less people know and they do it, but there is not much emphasis on the cleansing of the but they are in a way the preparatory practices,
Right.
so that the body is rid of toxins, the flow of energy, the prana is proper in the body, and then when you practice the asana, the pranayama, or the bandhas or mudras, they will have much more effect on you.
Right.
If the body has been cleansed.
Right. Exactly.
So just to make it more clearer, like an analogy, if you have a tube, a pipe through which you want to pass water, and if it is clogged from the inside, the flow of the water is not as efficient as you would want it to be.
Right.
So similarly, our bodies, if they have a vessel of flow of energy and they are not clean enough from the inside, the flow of energy is somehow obstructed or not to happening to its optimum.
And would that lead to people being in pain if the energy is blocked, or there's no
Yes,
flow?
of course. If the energies are blocked, then certainly you don't feel full. You are not utilizing your optimum
Right.
potential.
Right. Right.
And in a way, the entire of the yogic practices are designed in such way so that humanity can unlock its potentiality.
Sure.
Even the Kundalini yoga, it talks about unlocking the energy which is sitting in the the pit of the Muladhara chakra, and when it is released, it goes up. Now coming to the topic which we have at hand, it's called Shatkarma. The word Shatkarma is a combination of two words. Shata means 6, karma means action. So these are the 6 actions which is performed on the body with the singular purpose that it is cleansing the body of toxins. The first practice is known as Neti, which is concerning to the upper and nasal cavity part of your body. Neti practice is primarily done in couple of ways. The easiest one is to do with the warm saline water, and you have a specially designed pot. Nowadays it's available everywhere. It's a very common practice. You do it by putting the water up your nostrils, tilting your head, keeping your mouth open, so the respiration is restored in the body. Since the nasal cavity is filled with water, you want the water to go up and come out of the other nostril, but at the same time the body is breathing on its own. So Neti is performed by usage of warm saline water and a Neti pot. There are other different kind of netis which can be done. One is called Sutra Neti. In this we use, earlier people were using cotton thread, thick cotton thread with bee wax on it. Nowadays you can use catheter. But these practices, apart from Jal Neti, even Jal Neti should be done under guidance or supervision. If you are completely new or a beginner, must not try on your own. You definitely should have someone who is guiding you, and who's there to check if you are doing something wrong or not.
Right.
So definitely In fact, all the
All of them,
practices,
yeah,
all the practices
yeah.
should be done under guidance.
Yeah, not on a YouTube video.
No, definitely not. Definitely, although this is a YouTube video, but
I
here
know.
strictly we are
Yeah.
advising against trying it on your own.
Yeah,
Please go learn it from someone and then continue your practice.
Because they're sacred practices as
They are
well.
definitely sacred practices, and the aim of this practice is basically to cleanse the body so that the body can have deeper spiritual experiences.
Right.
In fact, all the yogic practices are for that purpose only. So this is the Neti practice. Neti can also be done with your own urine, but that's a completely another therapy. Then comes the second practice, which is known as Dhauti. Dhauti in Sanskrit is a Sanskrit word, but it can mean washing or cleansing. So there are two different kind of dhautis: Vaman Dhauti, Vastra Dhauti, and Danda Dhauti. Vaman Dhauti is the simplest practice, in which you drink water very fast, between 6 to 8 glasses of warm water with salt in it. The quantity of salt should be that it should taste almost like your tears. So not too low, not too much. Very just salinous.
Yeah, like your tears.
Like your tears. So that kind of level of salt should be there. The water should be tepid, not too warm also, because you will not be able to drink it too fast. So the main thing in this practice is that you have to drink the water really quickly. You don't want the tongue to give the signal to the brain that there is something coming which is of a nature of a food or drink. Otherwise the stomach will then start the process of digestion of the water. Although there is not much to digest in water, but still the procedure will begin. You have to bypass that procedure, and to make sure that that happens, you have to drink the water really quickly. After really quickly drinking the water, you have to bend forward a little bit. Use these two fingers and press the back of the tongue. Don't shove your hands completely inside, just pressing it lightly, and you will be able to vomit out the entire water. Preparation for this practice should be done one day before. You must not eat very late in the night. Which also make sure that you don't eat anything non-vegetarian. You should only eat some very light vegetarian food, like a soup or a khichdi or something like that.
Right, and that's why being in the center, it really makes a difference, because in the West you wouldn't do these practices based on the diet that normally we eat. So being in the center, we're already kind of...
But nowadays a lot of people by choice are becoming vegan and vegetarians.
That's true.
So, but again, food is a completely personal choice. What you want to eat is your own choice. But if you are
one of this after Pizza Hut, right?
yeah, I mean you don't want to have too much food in the body a day before.
A day before.
So and make sure that the time of the practice is if it's done, it's early in the morning. When you wake up, after that you should do this practice. And the body should have had food 12 hours before.
Right.
So between the last meal you have had and you do the practice, there has to be minimum gap of 12 hours.
Right.
So that is the thing. Then the same dhauti practice can be done in a couple of different ways. You can eat a cloth, which is again a very advanced practice. We would not advise you to do that, but just for the sake of explanation, I am just saying that it can be done with a piece of cloth. It can also be done by inserting a tube inside the throat, which goes until the stomach, and the water comes out in bursts. Then is the practice of Basti. Basti is concerned with cleansing of the intestinal area, and for that also we drink between 6 to 8 glasses of water. And after drinking you do the following practices: Tadasana, by stretching the body up and then hitting the heel on the floor. Tiryak Tadasana is swaying the body side to side. Kati Chakrasana is twisting of the body. Then Tiryak Bhujangasana is dynamic cobra.
Cobra and a twist.
Yeah, when you do go down in cobra and you twist the body side to side. And then Udara Karshana means stretching of the abdominal area, which can be done by walking like a crow. That you will have to demonstrate in another video, because we don't have yes. So these practices are done 8 rounds each practice after drinking 2 glasses of water. Then
to clean the bowels.
yes, this is the bowel cleansing, intestinal cleanse. Then is the practice of Nauli. Nauli is basically churning of the intestinal area completely. Again, advanced practice. It needs years of training before you can actually attempt this. Then Kapalabhati is the practice which usually people use as a breathing practice, but it actually comes under the practices of Shatkarma. In this, exhalation is active and inhalation is passive. Trataka is gazing into an object of focus or concentration. Here we start with the basic one, in which we gaze into the candle flame. So in short, this is the practice.
So following all these, you've basically cleaned out the entire inner tube.
Yes.
And you're also clearing out with Kapalabhati and Trataka, the kind of mind and the
Yeah,
brain.
basically Trataka is known as that it cleanses the cobwebs in your mind.
The cobwebs in my mind. Okay, guys, so there we go. If you want to clear the cobwebs of your mind, you know how to do it. Thank you, Gyanmitra, for your guidance this morning. I practiced the first three. I'll talk about them in another video. And yeah, I'm very happy to have done these practices, which you really, it's hard to find these in the West. So
You can bring it now.
yeah. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. Hari Om.
Hari Om.